Hello guys, how's it going? Ocean translation. Today we have the press conference on both YouTube and Twitch for all you who didn't come from the Discord today. We got like 60 people in total. How you guys doing today? We got a lot to talk about today since the November press conference. That one, I know there wasn't too many people there, so, you know, just what I've been still broken. Alright, so let me check out my list. What do I want to start with today? First off, let's save questions for a little bit just because I have some basic things to go over to introduce you guys to this, because this is the 1.2/RoF update. So for anyone who doesn't know, BOG was 1.1/BOG. So there's a look at the Battle of Gods update. This update's the same deal with an update as well as the Battle of Gods Saga. So it's not just RoF. And in fact, RoF is probably the smallest part of this update. Obviously, just so you guys know what it is. No, the server's not down right now. At least it shouldn't be. To start, we already introduced you guys there. So this is just whatever, little PSA. I'll be publishing it elsewhere, but we are, the link here. We are now using, we do have I don't know how I'm going to use it at the moment, but we do have a Apollo Twitter, which I'll link to everyone in the stream chat. I'll be linking in the future for whatever. Maybe I'll use it to post teasers exclusive to it, as well as repost Discord teasers. I don't know yet. We'll see how I want to utilize it, but it's there and we've had it for a while, and I want to start using it again since it's a new year now. And then about it. Oh, we have a form now. Let me share screen to show you guys this. When do we get a Twitter? We've had it for pretty much since the beginning. It's just never been used. I've always used it really lightly. I think the last post was get rid of this time starting soon thing. Put on display capture for you guys if I can't find that. Not at this. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, there will be Naruto vids. You know, I'm just waiting on Byte for that, of course. He's the developer over there, so I'm gonna let him make some devlogs. Hopefully, we've talked about it. So we're gonna have a forum now, which pretty obviously it's gonna have news, suggestions, general discussion, and bug reports. So the idea for the forum, in my eyes, we had a poll about this a couple months back, I think before I released BOG, but obviously it will just you know, it will be us. Like here, I made a pretty in-depth Technic and Forge installation guide, so we can link that to newcomers instead of having to deal with everything ourselves. We could just link them a already made detailed post. And suggestions, obviously we have Discord suggestions and we still want those to be used. The idea is just, if your Discord suggestions, like if you want to include images, include this, include these details, you could put it here. And maybe we'll allow you to just link your suggestion on Discord and then people can vote for it there. But you can also just do forum post polls if you've never used a forum. It's just a normal forum if you ever use an engine forum. Yeah, that's about all for the forum. I'll move on from that. Let me go ahead and take this off the screen. There you go. Any questions about the forum and the Twitter? Yes, Jolly Part 3 is after this. Not right after this, but later today. I just gotta transfer the files, make sure everything's good on the test server before I transfer, of course. And then yeah. How much later? I don't know. A few hours after. Any questions, however, before I go into the rest of my list for the actual update itself? Because this was just general Apollo-esque stuff. Not really. ETA for RoF, I'll get into that later. Probably towards the middle or something on my list, I don't know. So to start, one of the most recent things I've teased is the new the new transformation mechanics. I'll go ahead and put my screen on. It's probably gonna be a little bit buggy since I've just gotten it into a working position. Are you making a Bravo F trailer? Yeah, there will be a trailer. So if you guys keep up with the teasers on Discord, you've already seen this. However, basically you can go straight into all of the forms seen here. Like I can go straight into Super Saiyan 3 right here. Also, there's no eyebrows for Super Saiyan 3. That's a little rendering change I did. Level 6 form XP. It's gonna be 4,000 to get level 6. So for the forms, there's different times. This testing doesn't have the times in, but let me read these off to you. So the base time to transform is 100 right now. Let's call it just the time interval. So for the right here, you can see transform time is 100, 90, 80, 65, 50, and 30 per level, right? So going through all those forms, once you get your form to level 6, the max potential at this moment, or something like Super Saiyan, you'd have like nearly 1/3, or yeah, you'd have about 1/3 the transformation speed. So it goes super quick. The XP needed for the I'll get into God Form EXP in a moment. It's that's all another topic because that is completely different than normal God XP. So the upcoming levels for the Ascended God forms, aka Blue and Golden, are all different. No, I'm not gonna show Blue today. But you can go, like I can go Super Saiyan 2 right now, straight into it. Of course, assuming you have level 5 mastery, of course, and then you can go into your next form, so you can move up the chain. Makes sense. Same thing with God. You know, you can go straight into Blue and so on. That's always been a thing. It's just also some menu changes. This has already been seen about the party system. I'll get into that a little bit later. It's on my list. Not too far down. So combos. This is just a general thing. We're doing a little bit of a combat overhaul per se. That is ugly hair. Wow. So with this combat overhaul, where we are, there will be different stamina usage, different stamina drain, just in general, you know. And along those lines, you know, each race will have its own stamina regen value. So each race will be slightly differentiated with stamina regen and how much stamina they use per punch. I'll show you guys the combo thing here. This has been wow, that guy died. Let's give him a little bit more HP than that. Oh, I don't have T-Sense. I bet that I've reset myself like 100 times now. There you go. You can see the combos right there. And obviously, you know, your damage goes up to a max of combo 7, doing 1.2 extra damage, 1.2 times, of course, being 20%. Loud. The combo system is pretty basic, but it's mostly just the stamina regen system. Let me see if I can't demonstrate that. It's probably honestly easier if I just... Oh, right. Let's go ahead and do that. You see, this is stamina regen while you're out of combat. You will not regen when you're in combat. So if you've been hit, I believe it's 2.5 seconds ago, you won't be regenerating stamina, of course. So that's pretty simple. I've already gone over this. If you guys have any questions about that before I move on, so we can keep on topic here. Why are you updating Jolly after Christmas? Why are you complaining about extra event? Don't make much sense there. Server starting every once in a while. The server is not going to be lagging in RoF. I've completely changed the tick speed of the server. Because before there was absolutely no like limitations, so every single tick, basically Minecraft ticks at 20 times a second, and every single tick it would attempt to send data to each client, do this, do that, and then so what I've done now for the typical transformation thing, so the info, like for instance what form you're in would like, it would update once every 7 ticks. So I effectively made the updating for ticks, at least in that regard. There's different there's different speeds all about, but for the transformation stuff, it is once every 7 ticks. So it is effectively 7 times slower, which isn't a bad thing because this 7 times slower is still almost 3 times a second. You get what I'm saying? Or it's close to 2, obviously. 7, you know. Yeah, Jolly 3 is a little bit after the conference, a little bit later. So out of combat, just don't, if the enemy isn't hitting you or you're not being hit. So avoiding attacking or getting attacked. Any other questions with the whole, with that? That was a great question, by the way, Sora, about the server lagging, because obviously the server is a little bit laggy right now. I've been doing my best to mitigate lag as much as possible going into the RoF update. Obviously, there's limitations to how much I can do because, let's be honest, Forge in general, you know, 1.7 especially, is just really bad for that. So there's only so much I can do, but I'm doing my best. I'm changing stuff where I can. I'm optimizing code, all that stuff. And that's also back on the transformation changes, you know. Good thing to notice, guys. For humans, I don't, you can see it here, but Superhuman is no longer its own. It's a little buggy right now, don't worry. Just started doing this stuff yesterday, but Superhuman is now a transformation in fold, meaning you can actually hold G to go into it. You know, it's no longer just a toggle. We've evolved in one update's time. There you go. You guys can see how fast I just transformed because my Superhuman is level 6. You saw how fast that was? That was the 30 tick speed, or whatever we want to call that. I don't even know what that represents. Yeah, Superhuman, you know, you can toggle, boom. These are alternate forms, by the way. For anyone wondering, alternate forms. Geez, this was on my list. That's really convenient. The alternate forms toggle just like this. If you have one, it will show here. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and write this down. It will display before you've unlocked it. It will display and say full release calm level 6, you know, so you know. Pretty much all the alternate forms, the new ones, are unlocked at level 6. Aside from full power Super Saiyan, that one is still level 4. Full power Super Saiyan 2 is level 6. You have full power Arcosian, level 6 for final form. Then you have Namekian and Human getting a Superhuman alternate form, which is no key drain or release calm, meaning there's no multiplier change, it's just no key drain. Would it be something? Yeah, 100% final. Yeah. Arcosians also have a visual difference. Are the levels more spread out levels? What do you mean by that? Okay, moving on. The +1 to every form, this goes with alternate forms. Every form's getting +1 level, so you know, forms that max at level 4 will now be level 5. Self-explanatory. Put a +1 on the end of everything. Would the drains be more spread out, or the level just be a lower drain than all the rest? Obviously, I mean, well, being that it's a leveling system, once you level something up, it gets less. So it's not gonna, I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe I read that wrong, but how strong is full power Super Saiyan 2? It's not crazily strong. I don't think I've done a multiplier on it yet. I don't know if I've done any permanent multiplier. Any multipliers you guys see, by the way, are temporary. Basically, pretty much until it's on the main server, it's temporary because, okay, let me explain this. Now that since we have a big audience here, never ask me about Super Saiyan 2 and KaioKen. It's never happening because I wanted one form for every race to not have KaioKen. It's just how I wanted things. I don't have a reason for it. I just don't think Super Saiyan 2 should have KaioKen. Because I personally don't like KaioKen being on everything anyway. It's just weird. And by the way, just to get this out there now, Ascended God form will be having KaioKen in a future update. Not this update. And it's also not going to work the same. It's going to be a flat multiplier. It's not going to be times 1.7 on top of blue. That would be stupid. being that blue has a pretty high multiplier, or ascended god form, I call it. That would be kind of dumb. Little bit. Alright, this is glitching out right now whenever I open the menu. Yes, full power Super Saiyan is in fact losing KaioKens, meaning you can now just use, you know, let me... Yeah, no, I've been talking about that for a long time. Here, check it out. Full power. That's how that works, brother. You just toggle it on. Yeah, this form can't use KaioKen. Also, KaioKen is no longer gonna make you bright red. That's a small thing, but you're no longer, like, aggressively red whenever you're in KaioKen. Also, hey, new menu for anyone who hasn't seen it. You got your vanity slots, bodysuit, weight slot, all in here. Pretty cool. No, full power Super Saiyan 2 is not gonna have a 5 multiplier, brother. Unfortunately, no. Let me check what I do have for its multiplier, though. Do I have it max? No, I don't. Wow. I have a 4 right now. That's probably pretty low. I think that would be changed. Yeah. I say how it is. A lot of the times when you guys suggest things like this, like scaling, do keep in mind that, like, there's people on my testing team and myself that have been doing the scaling for the server. Like, I've been doing the scaling for the server for 3 years now. So a lot of I don't really need suggestions for scaling sometimes. General ideas are great, but a lot of times I don't need you guys to be like, make the multiplier for this form, this multiplier, you know, with this value, because that's not really going to help me, because I already have something in mind with how I want my server's progression to be. So do keep in mind that no matter, you know, what, at a high enough level, will we be able to hold Ascended? No. Ascended form on release will not be able to be held. Ascended form has horrid key drain. And also for our Kojans, it's a bit different. Golden will have not stamina drain, but it will have heightened stamina usage and lower stamina regen. I think for obvious reasons, right? I mean, Frieza. Is there anything else there before I move on from the whole form system? Because we've been chatting about it for a little bit too long now. Any other questions? You guys are dying to know. Are the Ascended forms going to have their own mastery? Oh, great. I kind of just forgot about that. So, God form maxes at level 7, okay? God form is being raised to level 10. Level 8, 9, and 10 are for Ascended God form, okay? So, with that, you'll be able to... So, let me tell you guys something. So, level 7 to 8, that level up and onward, you will need to do a different... You cannot go farm God Challenger, right? So what will need to happen, we're going to have something called Whis training. I'm unsure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to figure it out in the upcoming weeks. Whis training will be, you know, you'll be able to train your level 7 plus God form. So you're not going to have to use Challengers. So yes, there would be a higher amount of XP needed, but obviously it's a whole different system. So it kind of, you know, works out. Full power Super Saiyan 2 would probably be right around Super Saiyan KaioKen. Yes. And base DBC Arcos get to choose custom. Honestly unsure. I don't like the idea of that. And it's also more difficult to do for me, coding wise, to allow for that. It's a whole lot easier for me to just set their color once than allow for people to choose. For training God XP, more than 1 XP each. So I'm unsure how I want the scaling to be. But obviously, blue is not going to be easy to get. I think that should be pretty obvious to you guys. It's a higher level of God. But yeah, the God EXP change, or the God EXP will change. So, to reiterate, you can only farm to level 8, 9, and 10 using the new upcoming Whis training. Right. This will all be detailed, by the way. As we always do, whenever we release, we will be releasing with a changelog. So you guys will be able to, you know, go read it. And I'm going to make it kind of shorter. than I typically do. I'm not gonna go in depth because this update's been in the works for just so you guys know, it's almost been 100 days since the last update. Thank you all for your patience on that. Obviously, there's been a lot going on in my life. You know, everything. Obviously, we had a lot of events for you guys. I hope you guys were cool with all that. But you know, okay, Super Saiyan 3's multi is not going up that much. It's going up small amount, but you're gonna get a significant amount less drain. Because I don't really... The problem with Super Saiyan 3, right? It's already kind of strong. You know what I'm saying? So, like, 4.5 as a Saiyan warrior is kind of stupid. I don't really think I need to tell you that. Like, I think what I did was, like, 4.75, but there's a lot less drain. As for Ozaru and Super Saiyan 4, those are coming in Dragon Ball GT. This Dragon Ball GT will be in the future. It will be an expansion. Just like the movie pack. Same deal there. And also, along with Ozaru and Super Saiyan 4 for Saiyans, you're going to be getting 5th form for Cooler, because it makes all too much sense to put that there, because in my opinion, that's not even... We're not talking power scaling, but it would be scaled the same. I feel like 5th form is around Super Saiyan 4 in terms... It just makes sense to me, being how it works out. And since we haven't released it, and both the Cooler movies are already out, why not? And then, obviously... Human and Namekian will also be getting something. That's cool. Great question. I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about with the whole the near 100-day gap at this point between Battle Gods release and RoF now. So obviously there was plenty of events. Spook, Thank, the BOG event, and now Jolly 3 parts. Jeez. Hope you guys have been enjoying Jolly, by the way. It's been really fun to make. Team's been doing great on it. So during the time of BOG and RoF development period, not only was I burnt out after BOG for a couple weeks, I got a job, okay? I got what you call a job between that time. So I worked the night shift, so it kind of sucks. I wake up at like 5 p.m. in the afternoon sometimes. But hey. Obviously, I'm over that all now. I'm back in development mode. I've been going crazy last couple days. A lot of teasers for you guys, and there will continue to be a lot. I like doing teasers. You guys don't mind my health bar, whatever. There, that's. Now they give me a bonus for the night shift. Oh, 1 to 7 farm with the new. Okay. I didn't even put this on my list, but I'm gonna go into this now, guys. So. Challengers are being completely rescaled. All of them. Not a single one's staying the same. I literally, on my private spreadsheet, deleted the scaling for challengers, and I'm just doing a new one. I don't need anyone to help develop while I'm gone, because I'm not going to be gone. This is still my primary focus in life, aside from my job. I only work like 3 to 4 hours a night. Not that bad. I'm only part-time. But challengers, okay. Let me explain this in the best way I can, right? So let's say you unlock the Vegeta challenger in Saiyan Saga. You go farm Vegeta. What we did, so hopefully I remember this properly. It's been a week or so. Basically your repeatable quests that you unlocked the challenger at, like, you know, the equivalent repeatable quest or relative amount if there's no repeatable. You would let's say, I need to pull up the spreadsheet so I don't give you guys some misinformation here. Give me a moment, please. Has new god form been confirmed? There's not much to confirm. Obviously, there's a new god form. Yeah, no, God Form Max is level 8. Actually, no, it is level 10 on the public server. You guys just literally... The code that gives the XP just says if you're less than level 7. So once you hit level 7, you can't get the XP. Simply put. New challenger drops. There we are. Be a new level challengers or something. Whi's training will be completely different. It won't be at the moment it's only intended to be for God EXP level 8 and stuff. Where is this at? Okay. So for challengers, let's say we have this sketched out here. Don't mind any of the drops No point in screenshotting this. This will all be public once RF comes out anyway. Be updated. So you have your Vegeta right here, right? The repeatable quest. This is the exact repeatable quest amount. So the testing team, people on the testing team told me, hey Lil, some of these challengers fall short of the quest you get them at. I'm like, all right, I'll take a look at it. You end up getting 175. Also, Saiyan Saga and Namek Saga, or I know there's a lot going on here, but Saiyan Saga to Cell Saga are all being rescaled. Well, Namek to Cell Saga. Saiyan Saga's alright, to be honest. There's a couple small changes here and there in Saiyan Saga to fix it up with challengers mostly. But both Namek was only a 1,000 level gap, which would leave you at 2,000. Then you jump into Android needing to be 4 or 5. So Namek just gets you to 4 or 5, simply put. And then the early Android into Cell Saga will be rescaled. And obviously, Battle of Gods will be rescaled for the sake of ROF release. So on and so forth. You guys, basic stuff, right? We're going to do another quest rescale to hopefully get it perfect, and then we'll be good. And maybe one more update down the line, the scaling will be amazing. Everyone will love it. Because I know Cell Saga is always a complaint. Which, hopefully this will fix that. But yeah, thing is, the repeatable quests, you get the exact amount. So you get 175 for Vegeta's repeatable quest. Or you could just do his challenger and get 175. Or you can also get 50 TP, which is, about 1/3 the normal drop. And you get it around 30% typically. Actually, it's always 30%. So you get a lesser amount of TP for 30%. As well as, you get one KaioKen shard at 10%. So it's a super low drop rate since that's the first Vegeta. And also, we're introducing another mechanic to challengers where the enemies will transform based off certain things. So for the Vegeta Ape fight, after you beat Vegeta Great Ape, the Vegeta 1-star challenger, he will transform after you kill him, giving then bonus rewards based off the ape. Same thing I went over for Vegeta with the repeatable quest scaling. So, yeah, no, start a boo. Well, here's the thing. The boo to BOG scaling, everyone who is playing, which is quite a lot of people on release, you guys had literally 3 months to grind those extra levels. There was people who were way over leveled for BOG. But yeah, that's why BOG is being rescaled. That's why I said that. It'll be scaled a little bit closer to boo. But, honestly, there is going to be a lot of people who on release are going to be shitting on ROF. Let's just be honest. That's just how that is. This update, obviously with these updates, if I wanted to, ROF could have come out probably in October or November, right? Or November. But, Also, with the whole level thing, I know you guys like the sound of a higher max, but, there's not going to be... at the moment, I have no intention to raise max level, just how I look at it. How I look at it, because there is certain systems coming in updates after 1.2 that I don't really want to get into. I'm gonna just tell you guys, the 1.3 update is the biggest update, period. 1.2 is bigger than 1.1, right? So that's cool. But 1.3 will be bigger. I know that's kind of whatever, big updates keep getting bigger, blah blah, but I'm serious about that, because pretty much all of the big ideas from Battle of Gods update and now ROF update that I don't have enough time for, or I don't want to do at this moment, are all being offloaded to 1.3. And 1.3 will, of course, be down the line. Max level, no, max level is not changing. Because, one, the progression is made in a way where you could probably be beating ROF. I'm unsure with the scaling at the moment. But you'll be definitely beating ROF before you're even close to max. So, yeah. Armor, dude, armor. Okay, I hope you guys realize that the armor system we have right now has multiple things you guys don't even have yet. You guys can't even enhance the armor yet. So, bear with me on the whole raising max thing. Give it an update or two before you talk about raising max. You guys gotta remember that on the server here, we don't like to, you know, we don't like to do typical things that a lot of servers would obviously do, right? We're not gonna be like, oh, hey, here's a new max stat, here's a new form, go have fun, guys. Oh, also, yeah, this was next on my list, actually. Thank you, Shadow. The armor system has been, the damage and whatnot has been recalculated, just the stats in general. So, put it simply, your full set bonus actually affects your STR now. STR and melee damage are not the same stat, by the way. STR is your strength stat, or, is it attribute? Yeah, it's called an attribute. Your strength attribute, okay? But then melee damage is this. So, strength affects that. And then so, with the Destroyed Goku, I have 107 full set, right? So, I have 107,000 strength. And then it does the melee damage calculation, which is just times 3.35 and whatever release you're at. Thanks for the subscription, by the way, Luke. So, I hope that makes sense with the armor calculation. It's going to be changed a little bit. Also, with ROF, for some of the lower levels that have armor, I don't really think this will affect a lot of you guys. Because, you know, armor is kind of already mid-game. Somewhat early mid-game. So, it's kind of not a big deal. But, there was in Dragon Ball Z, there was a base kind of armor, I don't even know what to call it, but this would just reduce damage on armor for no reason, like any set of armor, because, you know, in Dragon Ball Z there's like a couple dozen random sets of armor, and like the DBC armor doesn't have anything really to it like ours, so I decided it was best to make that get rid of that. It shouldn't be a huge difference though. I thought it was, but looking back at it, it really wasn't, because, you know, just the way it's calculated, it's a flat reduction, it's not percent or anything. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Shadow, that's been fixed. That's why I'm wearing Destroyed Goku. It was my main thing. I love the armor system, though. The armor system is probably, at this moment, the thing I'm the most proud of in the server. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, but there is tiers on these, rune slots, you know, rarities. I mean, I think I've announced this before, but I guess I'll announce it now. The biggest thing coming in the 1.3 update, which is why it's such a huge update. Hey, bear with me on this, but dungeons, okay? Anyone ever played Final Fantasy 14? Dungeons. Different armor drops at different tiers, different randomized stats. Obvious MMO stuff, okay? A lot of stuff. 1.3 will do more to make this a MMO than any update I've done yet. Because 1.3 will... Actually, I'll skip on 1.3. They're in the future. What are you going to do about the NPCs teleport through barriers? Fix it. You come to a press conference to ask a question like that. That's not really that pressing, in my opinion. You could definitely just stay away from the wall. That's a way to, in my opinion, resolve that issue. I don't know. I'll be looking into it. Maybe it's worse than I think. Are you gonna fix Half-Saiyans? Yeah. I'll adjust Half-Saiyans to make them. I'll adjust some of their base stats. Barriers on the VOG ship. Yeah, I'll adjust those. A lot of these like small changes, like barrier changes. A lot of that is I'm already aware of it, just because we do have a testing team, which is multiple, you know, players that play, so they know about all this stuff. Is there gonna be weapons at some point? Yeah. I don't like the idea of humans getting or halfies getting ultimate form. That's just kind of stupid in my opinion. Doesn't make much sense. So any questions about armor and whatnot? Dungeons coming in 1.3. Don't worry too much about the details. There will be plenty of teasers down the line. Are you going to go at a training room or something like that? Probably not. Not in that respect. Pretty much anything you'd expect from a normal Dragon Block server, we're not gonna do. Like, you know, kind of how we do things. I like to make things stupidly complicated for myself, really. That's what it is. You talk about Superhuman Shadow? Same thing. I'll see what I can do to halfies. I haven't gotten to them yet. Goku Xeno Armor win. When I lose all self-respect, that's when. When are we getting enhanced, or are we getting enhancement stuff? Yeah, our armor enhancement will be available. Good question. Also with ROF, you guys are getting the Namek patrol quest, which means I think about 4 to 5. I think it's 5 new armor sets. That's cool. And you guys are also getting 2 more. You guys are getting clothing sets, by the way, in ROF. They'll be available for everyone, regardless of your level. So that's nice. Is that 5 subs or just no? Alright, I'm gonna move on. Hopefully speed this up. Parties. Any question about parties? Parties is a pretty obvious system. You know, you just slash party create, party invite, all that stuff. You'll get shared quest rewards and so on and so forth. Pretty simple. I mean, I haven't fully done the scaling, but how a party and quest work? Good question, Bruno. I know you know that, but good question for the stream. Yeah. So for the sake of parties, you will be able to begin quests with your party. I believe at the moment how I'm doing it is you cannot do first-time quests with your party. So if you're a quest leader, everyone in the party, in order to, you know, be able to do the party, everyone needs to be on that quest, you know what I mean? So, like, everyone has to have done the main quest, is pretty much how it will be done. Any system presents someone joining an endgame party? Yeah. No. What I just mentioned, I hope that answered it. I don't know if it already worked. Obviously not, no. I wouldn't be talking about this now if it was already in the server. Demon and Majin should hopefully be in 1.3. I mean, I've pretty much said that every update, but hopefully. I'm on YouTube and Twitch, yes. There's not really a whole lot to explain for parties because I've explained it multiple times at this point, but you know, just the basic party system. You have 4 players in your party. You have to have done the main quest, so you can only do repeat quests, for instance, on party. And obviously you cannot do challengers. Kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, solo challengers. Fusion is the closest you can get with that. Any other questions before I move on? This next one should be a good one for you guys. Next topic. So with regards to, I'll skip that one for now. So questing overhaul. This is kind of what you guys have been talking about, the barriers and stuff. With the whole, obviously there'll be a lot of barrier adjustments, as well as a lot of challengers. We're adjusting the there'll be challengers. What? Yeah, sorry, the challenger arenas that will be changing the barriers, changing the world boundaries, so that you know you don't walk out of them and get like TP'd out or whatever it was. And obviously the 90-second despawn things being changed, fixed. What about higher fusion levels? No, not this update. Raid bosses, party specific enemies? No, not this time. The party system's just now being introduced. There may be some things that come with it in 1.3. Obviously, I mean dungeons, as I said, for 1.3. Obviously, parties will be used for that. We'll see how I do that. Yeah, metal's coming in ROF, by the way. Armor, I already talked about armor. Bruno, armor's getting enhancements, as well as about 5 new armor sets and a lot of clothing sets, which obviously don't give any benefits. They're just visual, and anyone can get them. It's just every time there's a patrol quest release, you'll get some clothing sets. Like, you get like 2 clothing sets per armor, like per couple armor sets. Just for the sake of it, they will be free, not even CP multiplier when RF drops. We'll see. And next thing I want to get into is a little bit small thing, PvP change. We're gonna be changing the calculation for damage in PvP so people can actually, you know, do some player versus player gameplay. Cool. That's pretty much all for that. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm gonna make it so it's actually doable, not broken. Daily missions. You guys can see that on the side of my screen. Daily missions will reset at 0 UTC, which is London time. So that's or GMT, Greenwich Standard, or median time, I believe. That's fine. Just There'll be daily missions where like you do a miscellaneous task, like kill 3 challengers, and then you complete it, and you just get a small little reward. Obviously, you get a little bonus for completing all of them. And obviously, this daily question will work itself more into other things as well. Runes will not be in ROF, so don't worry about it. It's a 1.30 thing, probably with Tungsten. God and Kaio work with Fusion, if it were ever working. If God and Kaio probably won't work with Fusion, not at this time. It's probably just you, sure. Will 1.3 be a 100-day gap? 1.3 there will be a bigger gap with 1.3. 1.3 will be the longest delay between updates, which I know isn't a good thing to say. But yeah, there will be a gap there, you know. Whatever. Obviously, there will be plenty of content in between for you guys, and obviously, season. It's not going to be 200. I would say. 1.3 will be around the middle of the year. That's my goal. Around summertime. Not before. Yeah, no. Universe 6 is coming after ROF and before 1.3. No, ROF is not today. Podfix, yeah. I talked about that earlier. Stamina usage and stamina regen is being completely changed. Make more sense. Anything happening for anniversary? Yeah. What you guys have to look forward to after ROF. I'll get into ROF's release date after this, or relative release. There's no release date. So with after the release of ROF, we're gonna be doing. There will be a standalone content expansion of Universe 6, which will come with the Universe 6 Super Story, which will also see KaioKen ascend to God form, so KaioKen Blue, KaioKen Golden, as funny as that is. And again, for KaioKen Ascended forms, it's not going to be times 1.7. It's going to be basically its own form, if you want to say it like that. Like, it will just have a higher multiplier, if that makes sense to you guys. You know, it's not going to be like a 20 multiplier, you know, nothing crazy. It's going to be like an extra 2 or something, you know what I mean? But we'll see the time when that kind of time comes. There's plenty of time. Are you going to increase the time the story missions boss to despawn? Yeah. Yeah, that's the despawn thing. It's no longer going to be 90 seconds. It's going to be changed up. Guaranteed damage amount? Yeah, that's a great idea, Bookworm. I've thought of real damage like that. KaioKen Mastery. In 1.3, you guys are going to hear this a lot, but in 1.3, I'm completely changing things. Like KaioKen, the way you get it and the way you level it up will be completely changed. A small thing. I'm changing like all the sounds in the server. With 1.3, that's another thing. That's a great idea, Bookworm. I like that. Make a suggestion about that if you would. Great question, great question. I don't want to talk too much about 1.3 update since, you know, it's kind of far in the future. But yeah, you guys will be getting Universe 6 as its own update, which will come with Universe 6, whatever other content, and Patrol quests. You know, the Patrol quests for the Android Saga at that point. Will you be adding Pataras in the Goku Black Saga? No idea. I don't want to add Patara and have it just be Fusion, but it says it's Patara, if you get what I'm saying. I don't want to literally just add quote Patara, you know what I mean? I want to make it cool. I don't like to just throw skills in. That's kind of why Metal was delayed from Movie Pack 2 and into ROF, just because I wanted to put more effort into it than I had. I'm gonna move on. So Spawn Heal has been changed. Who cares? It's just you can use the Spawn Heal won't break anymore because it's server sided now. It's be able to level up Metamorph and Fusion. Yes, Metamorph and Fusion will be levelable in the future. You'll be able to level it up. Yeah, not at the moment. Not at the moment. Jeremy heal. Bye. Let's die. You see that? You have been healed. You heal at 3/5 your HP. Always. Anywhere in spawn. You don't even gotta be in the center anymore. And obviously with that, at challengers. As long as you're in the spawn area. As long as you're within 250,000 blocks squared. Like, squared amount. Alternate forms. I already went over that for you guys. I'll show it again. Does it work with key or stamina too? Yeah, it's both. It's all. Yeah, that is gonna take a minute. It works with all of them. I need to change the colors while you're transforming because it looks way too green. This is how alternate forms work, guys. Just for anyone wondering, this button right here is alternate forms. You just boom and boom. Also, full power. Okay. Transformation has been changed a drastic amount. You guys right now, it's honestly super annoying how it works right now on main server, and I hate it. But like you transform straight into either Super Saiyan or full power. It depends. Sometimes it's really weird how it works. But now you can just effectively go Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3. Also, there is reduced times. There's reduced transformation time going Super Saiyan 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 and God to Blue. It's about half the normal time, so it's 60 instead of 100. Just go read up in teasers for all the little information about transformation time. I posted it all last night. That shit was so annoying to code. Let me tell you. It was annoying. The code. I don't wanna. Also, Super Saiyan 3 doesn't have eyebrows. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's cool. I'm not gonna show Super Saiyan Blue negative. It will be shown probably in the trailer, if not before. We'll see. I don't like to show the forms, but just know the Ascended God forms are literally the coolest forms I've ever made, and by extension, probably in Dragon Block. I don't know. Can we see Super Saiyan 5? Vuno. I'd like to redeem my front row ticket to your funeral, Vuno. You guys see Super Saiyan God? Yeah, sure. You guys can see Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God's sexy, baby. Look at that. Have you thought about a system for the master requiring time and KaioKen except a collectible? Can you expand on that, please, Sir Buckworm? I plan on making false Super Saiyan. I've thought about it, to be honest. But just at the moment, I'm not too sure about it. Just depends, because Lord Slug will be a movie in the future, as well as Turtles stuff. We'll see. I kind of want. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do with KaioKen yet. We kind of have to add non-canon forms, but full power Super Saiyan does not really need to be added because that's gonna be kind of shit in terms of scaling. That's a pretty good idea, but maybe we'll see. I think I want to do something akin to gaining XP while in the form. Maybe that's what I'll end up doing with KaioKen. We'll see. It's kind of unfortunate though, because everyone who's currently hasn't maxed or anything. Yeah, set character's not broken. It's literally just disabled. It'd be pretty obvious. But yeah, set character will work. You'll be able to switch characters between the 3 servers. And you'll also be able to click this to switch servers, which is obvious. Achievements, you know, your gift box and stuff. I haven't done the ETA. I'll say in a couple minutes. But yeah, you can set your character between the 3 servers. You have to log on to, like, I'd have to log on to US2, and then, you know, you can pick up and play on any of the servers. It's currently broken in testing, but, you know, simple fix. I haven't gotten to it because I've been hyper focused on my changing the form transformation because, man, the way in base Dragon Block Z it is set up the transformations, not a fan. But yeah, you know, just so you guys know, quick refresher for like human and Namekian, superhuman, super Namekian, as well as the Ascended God form for them are both their own forms now. They're not like passives or anything like that, for anyone wondering, which is cool. Yeah, I'm fixing a lot of the barriers and whatnot. But yeah, party system. By the way, guys, I'm gonna try and end this up in the next 20 minutes or so. But this will be uploaded to YouTube, so anyone who's getting here late who missed something, you can can all go, you can all just watch the stream afterwards. Since I'm streaming on YouTube, it will be on YouTube, obviously. You can just go watch it. No, I can't really do a recap. There's like 12 things on my list that are all a little bit too in-depth. But yeah, actually, I might do a recap at the end. Stamina usage change. I already went over that. This is kind of a different thing, but we're reworking the rules of the server. We're changing some of the rules that a lot of people get punished for that kind of don't make sense. For anyone wondering, I'm not really myself responsible for the staff team. Well, not responsible, you know what I mean. I don't manage my staff team on the server. One of the admins does that. So that'll be getting changed, how we dish out punishments and whatnot, because I'm not too happy with how that goes. But yeah, that'll be getting changed. So expect a rule rework for sure. As a Super Saiyan guide going to work with God EXP. Yeah, I'll do my refresher now, and then I'll talk release date at the end, just so it's easy to find. You effectively... I'm not going to read chat while I'm talking about this so I can stay focused, but... So, once you get level 7 of God form, right, you won't be able to... Currently in challenges, you can only have it at level 7 with 0 EXP. You'll be able to get it level 7 to 8 to level up. Level 8 to 9, level 9 to 10, all through what I call Whis training, which is only for Ascended God forms. Well, maybe it will be for normal God forms. We'll see, but that will be your only way to get blue. You have to train with Whis, Golden, train with Whis, whatever. By the way, Golden's gonna have different stamina stuff. Golden will be, so you guys know, Golden's gonna have the highest multiplier of all Ascended God forms, but it's gonna have horrible stamina usage and probably key drain with that. So, good trade-off there. Just know that if you're currently in the Dex meta, you're going to need to level your con a little bit going into this. Please do it before, so you're not crying to me when it happens. That's just how rebalancing goes, of course. I wouldn't say anything's too drastic, though. Like, your dexterity is not getting nerfed out the floor. So, if you can currently fight something, it probably won't change much. Obviously, you're actually going to need Constitution now. You can't just be at 0 stamina and still do the same damage. That is a bug, by the way. Obviously, it is a glitch, but you're not going to be punished for it because literally it's a server glitch, and I could have fixed it at any point, technically. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but, this is kind of a new thing, not really much recap, but, with this, update, I changed a lot, and I mean a lot of, damage calculation is no longer server-sided. It's actually doing the proper values that the mod creator Jin had intended within Dragon Ball XC. I went through and figured out where and how he was modifying the damage and making sure my damage is a replica of that, so that we have good damage calculation, because obviously there's only so much. I'm not gonna recode all of damage, right? I don't want your damage to drastically change because of a recalculation or anything. Same thing with dexterity, so where it is will be relatively where it remains, other than the armor no longer having a passive higher defense. That stuff like that, though, is just, it's a glitch, right? Chalked up to that. Let me look at my list. I'm still not reading chat, by the way. I had my eyes closed. Weirdo, I know. So, new transformation mechanics, all of that. That's all explained in teasers. It's the most recent thing. Please go read that. PvP change, you'll be able to actually battle your buddies. In the future, you guys are actually getting a duel system. So that'd be pretty cool. Don't worry too much about that. There's you guys know, the update's only gonna get cooler and cooler, because if you guys aren't aware, I've only been developing the mod since August myself. I took over in August, so I'm still learning. I'm only 4 months deep at this point. So I can only go up, and I do love learning. Love doing new things. But yeah, I think I've covered pretty much everything I want to. Any other questions before I delve into a release period? Why are you so pressed about Jolly Part 3? Jolly Part 3 is not even that important. You guys still all the same. What do you mean God Key fixed? Nothing's really changing in Jolly Part 3. You're just getting a challenger pretty much. And more quests. Is the race training going to be a daily? Honestly unsure. Probably not. It'll probably be something you can do at any point. We'll see how it goes. Honestly, I'm unsure, but something like that's not going to take me, you know, decades to do. God Key get more levels? I think so. I think I want 8, 9, and 10 to be levels for God Key, but God Key gets a little bit OP whenever it gets to that point. I'm going to need to change the math for it, but yeah, probably. Metal cooler form type thing? Yeah, it's already a thing. I'll show you. Dude, you guys like how I always just carry a stack of reincarnate tokens on me? It's great. Really, it's really nice. I beg your pardon? Y'all see that shit? Wild, bro. Fucking give me that. The colors are wrong, but don't worry about that. Yeah, at some point I want to get rid of the custom blocks to spawn. But I just like these custom blocks way too much for my own good, I'm gonna be honest. But at some point I do want to get rid of them, yeah, because I know they're... Or put maybe a solid block right at the spawn point. Something. Wait, hold up, that shit. Oh, I mean, it's not really a problem, in my opinion. Being one block up. A little weird. The Jolly Challenger give God form XP? I don't think so. Yeah, no, the issue with the spawn getting fucked up after updates is typically unfixable at the moment. Because how I transfer the region data, the server will think you're in one place, but then when you teleport somewhere, it starts doing that hyperspeed thing you're talking about. No, okay, you need to realize I don't make everything on the server. I don't make every single thing. There's a million other things I do. But making one challenger is not that. New races like Jiren's race? No. Jiren would never. No. Yeah, there would be new races eventually though, but not Jiren's race. I don't know, bro. People genuinely get, like, confused when I tell them I don't do every single, like, thing they see. I don't know if you guys realize, but there's a lot of work. Like, even the admin team, they got a lot of stuff they do alone. Like, person to person, there's a lot they do. So, if I was to do all that work, Jesus, I would not have any free time. And no, the admin team is the ones who do challengers and most of the questing. I typically do not touch questing. Alright, well, I do believe that's about it for the press conference today. As for a release date for RoF, we are currently, or RoF 1.2, whatever. We're currently shooting for around January. That's kind of where I want to launch, you know. Mid to late January. We'll see, though. I'll let you guys know closer to the release date. There will be a trailer beforehand, you know, a couple days, whatever, before. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the press conference. Oh no, I made a lot of the stuff in Jolly. It's just there's an admin team that does a lot of the work because I do all the coding and I'm typically coding most of my time whenever I'm working. So I don't hop in game and make some quests. No. Did for Jolly Part 2, but not for Part 1 or 3. Thank the whole team. It's the Apollo itself is a team effort. We got a team. We got multiple admins, multiple builders, multiple questers, a good testing team, all that. Just so you guys know, RoF was supposed to launch in December. All transparency, like it was supposed to launch like late December before Jolly. But I mean, it kind of didn't make much sense to launch an update and then an event when we could just run the event, put effort into the event, being 3 parts, adding a bunch of cool stuff. I like to think the coolest one yet, and then have more testing time because, I mean, there was a lot of things that would not be happening at all in RoF if I decided to release whenever I wanted to. That's the thing. I don't look at delays as delays because, like, for me, if we had released, honestly, the update would have been way worse and probably buggy as shit. But yeah, I'm really happy with RoF right now. It's really cool. I hope you guys are excited or as excited as I am. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask before I head out. But this has been a great stream. RoF should be coming around in January. Do stay tuned in the Discord though. Make sure you're reading, checking those announcements, checking teasers. Teasers is typically where I post a lot of new details and stuff, information. Remember, refresh for the start. New Twitter, or not new Twitter. I'm gonna be posting on Twitter more. The Apollo Twitter. I don't know where I'll be linking that, but decreasing the KaioKen to HP drain. No, I think KaioKen needs more HP drain personally, but I probably won't be increasing it either. Can you make Jolly quick, please? I need to sleep soon. Just go to sleep. Jolly Part 3 lasts until January 5th. You got time. You're not gonna miss out on much. That's about it though, guys. No, RoF is not released. Or sorry, no. The release date. There's no date for RoF's release. That'll be closer. It'll probably be at the end of the trailer. You guys will know that. So once we launch the trailer, the update will be done, and then we'll do it. Y'all are asking some out-of-pocket ass questions, bro. I'm not gonna talk about no Fruitamite or no freaking androids or nothing like that. Just know that pretty much anything you guys can ask, like Fruitamite, Android stuff, I've already thought about all of that and either already have something in mind or I'm not gonna do it, and I'll not disclose which is which. Because obviously, a lot of people on the testing team, I got a lot of time to just think about stuff. Me and the admin team, we just brainstorm a lot. So, a lot of free time. By the way, if you have that issue where you're like teleporting about, just restart. Should be good. Restart your client. Should be good. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good day. I liked this press conference. It was really cool. Sorry, bro. I went to bed at like 6 a.m. Hope you guys have a good day. This will be up on YouTube. I'll public it on YouTube and then link it. I haven't even thought about weapons. They'll happen eventually, but I haven't given them too much thought. Just know that I put a lot of thought into how I want to do scaling, so you guys don't need to worry too much about like certain things like raising stat max. That's not really too concerned about that. There's plenty of things I want to do for max level progression as well as just in general to make the server better. So don't worry too much about things like that. Don't stress yourself out about it. The server, me and the boys, me and the admins, we just chatted about what we're gonna be doing this year, and we have a good content release cycle for you guys this year. 2021, and obviously we want to be doing content into 2022, and obviously a lot of you guys aren't even going to be playing in 2022. I mean, that's just how it goes, right? So hopefully whenever you guys do play for months or weeks at a time, server will be good enough for you guys during that time period. You're gonna with RoF, we're gonna continue working on making the server more stable than before, less laggy than before, because lag's always been a thing, and I'm not really much of a fan of that, of course, as nobody is. Yeah, have a good day, boys. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate you guys. Have a good evening or day. Happy New Year, by the way.